The long-awaited Barbie film is finally here, directed by Greta Gerwig. So today, let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin. Here I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. Barbie and Ken are having the time of their lives in the colorful and seemingly perfect world of Barbie Land. However, when they get a chance to go to the real world, they soon discover the joys and perils of living among humans. Margot Robbie stars as Barbie and Ryan Gosling stars as Ken. But there are many more Barbies and Kens within Barbie world. And this is directed by Greta Gerwig, who previously directed Lady Bird and Little Women, and I love both of those films. So going into Barbie, I was really excited. I love the direction of this movie and the director and the cast behind it. And Barbie really surprised me. This is a tremendous film. I absolutely loved it. I went in with laughs and came out with full of emotions, looking at life and identity and all of that. This really balances a lot. It's a very colorful, vibrant film. It really captures the tone of Barbie. The costumes, the set, everything about it feels like you're walking down a toy aisle, looking at all the different Barbie figures and sets that they have on the toy aisles. My daughter is starting to get really into Barbies, so she has a lot of Barbies herself. So just looking at the costumes and everything about it really matches the tone, what makes Barbie so popular. But then the acting behind it is really good. Margot Robbie is fabulous as Barbie. She starts to question life in Barbie Land, so she goes to the human world. There she runs into the CEO of Mattel and America Ferrera's character, and she has a purpose of trying to connect with the person that is playing with Barbie and why she's starting to feel this way, why she has these thoughts of death and her questioning existence and all of that. So when she gets to the human world, she starts to have all these emotions, and going from being very bubbly in the beginning of the film to really understanding true emotions and watching Margot Robbie react to having emotions for the first time as Barbie, it's really good. And then you start to get deeper into what it means to be a person and your identity and your role in the world. That is where the film hits really hard, and Margot Robbie is right there to give a really good performance. Then you have Ryan Gosling, that I absolutely loved. I love Ryan Gosling as a actor. First off, Drive is one of my all-time favorite films, and I was very excited to see him in here. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time in a film. I was constantly laughing whenever Ryan Gosling was on screen. The jokes were perfect. His timing, his comedic timing was spot on. The jokes just were there and they worked. And I loved his story as well. And realizing that, you know, when it comes to Barbie Land, he's just Ken. He's just there. He doesn't have a purpose. And when he goes to the human world, he sees that men have jobs that the women have in Barbie Land, and he wants to come back to Barbie Land and change all of that. So watching his journey of trying to find his identity as well, it's absolutely hilarious. There's musical numbers. It's very out there. It's crazy, and I really did like Ryan Gosling in here. But then the story gets a little deeper into these gender roles and identity, and they do it so well, and it comes off very true and like it's not forced at all. Looking at the roles of men in Barbie Land and the roles of women in Barbie Land and the roles of men and women in the real world as well. And you can't put men and women in these boxes, and looking at the different messages, it was very good in here. I was surprised with how quickly Greta Gerwig was able to go from this really hilarious scene and then smooth transition into emotional, impactful scene about identity and finding your true self. And it was so seamless. And at times, a lot of directors have that hard time of balancing comedy with these dramatic scenes, and they don't play off of each other very well. but it works so well with Barbie. Now, the supporting cast is really good as well. America Ferrera, I really liked her character. She is starting to try to find herself as well, and her role as being a mother. Will Ferrell is funny in the film as well. I really wasn't too involved with the Mattel aspect of it, but I did like Will Ferrell in here. And then everybody else that was in the film, the Barbies and Kens. You have Issa Rae and John Cena and Dua Lipa and Emma Mackey, and you have Michael Cera in the film as well. A lot of the fun Barbies and Kens in here, and they add to the quirky vibe of Barbie Land. And then watching the Kens gather together to try to take over Barbie Land, and then the Barbies forming together to protect Barbie Land. It's a really good story that moves very nicely. We're able to introduce new aspects to the story and still appreciate previous involvements of other characters as well. It's got a really nice pacing to it. I was really surprised with Barbie, from the really deeper themes about life and identity and gender as well. It comes off very important. You have a very strong message in here. There were many times that I saw people crying in the theater, which I wasn't expecting going into Barbie. Even myself, I was getting very emotional towards the end of the film. There's many jokes, especially coming from Ryan Gosling, that really caught me off guard, and I was just laughing constantly throughout this film. This is a very enjoyable film that is able to bring these deeper themes about life and identity in a very emotional way, but then also balance with a lot of comedy throughout. Really good acting from both Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. Very colorful film. I love the set and the costumes as well, and the supporting cast. Kate McKinnon as Weird Barbie. I think it's a very cool story to see that how people play with Barbies is how these Barbies are in Barbie Land. So she's Weird Barbie. She's doing the splits. She has drawings all over her face, but it's cool to see how certain Barbies are portrayed in Barbie Land, and that's due to how humans have played with them. That was it's a very insightful way to look at this movie. But Barbie, with Oppenheimer this weekend, we got some really good films this weekend. Barbie is a huge surprise and one of my favorite films of this year, and I can't wait to watch it again. So before I give you my score for Barbie, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit the subscribe button to get it all in one spot. And if you'd like to see where Barbie ranks amongst all of the other 2023 releases I've seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd, and there you can find my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and give Barbie an A. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Barbie, the latest film from Greta Gerwig. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.